Yeah, so where is SNA kind of helpful for businesses today, do you think? And yeah, where we did today and where you think we need to go and what needs to happen in between there?
Yeah, I think, social network analysis is generally a very useful technique, to understand systems, right? Where these systems are have complex interaction between individuals. Like for example, if you're trying to understand a group of user on social media, right? Each person's activity is not, should not be looked at it just by itself, right? It actually has influenced other people. For example, you can actually understand, what kind of, how frequently I talk, or how much I talk, what I talk about, but that will give you some understanding of what I like or what I'm interested in, but that's not the whole thing, right? The fact that I'm talking to you and then you talk back influence how much I talk. If we talk about deep learning right now, right? So that actually excites me, and I want to talk more about that, right? So it's different when you actually have other players in also in the system, right? So yeah, one more thing is, like, for example, I want to look at a maybe internal example, like when people try to understand people's performance in the company, right? People always look at individual, right? But it's actually a little bit misleading if you only look at that, right? Because that individual's performance may be influenced and related to how other people work, right? Yeah. So sometimes an individual may not be performing, and then the CEO say, okay, let's fire that guy. But after you fire that guy, the whole team kind of just become dysfunctional, right? So he actually plays a role that's not just of his individual output. It's actually, has influence on other people's performance as well. So that type of system dynamic where you actually involve more complex relationship and interaction between multiple parties is where SNA, social network, in general graph analysis is very useful.
Before I get into kind of the next step, that next topic, there was a very fascinating study by MIT where they looked exactly at this. And what was interesting is they gave every person basically a GPS tracker in a company, and then they measured how much time people spend together, analog as well as digital. Then obviously with email.
Are you talking about Sandy Pentland's study?
I think so, right? And then he measured the knowledge transfer within the organization. Yeah,
exactly.
But that was like 10 years ago, maybe, or even older. Long time ago, though. Yeah.
I don't know if it's that long. I mean, it may be. Yeah, I think
maybe
it's getting maybe.
Maybe it feels.
sooner,
I work in a startup. Time is relative, right? So.
Yeah. So I think he had these kind of badges essentially. I think he actually measure, how much time people, actually face each other, talk to each other, and all this other human interactions. I think that's where he said, like, the amount of kind of interactivity between people is very strong predictor of how successful this team is.
Yeah.
So
maybe we should put that to work at Datamere.
Yeah.
I can wire that up on the weekend, sort of together.
Yeah, using the iPhone.
I'm a little bit. I'm scratching on the surface of everything, right? So, building a little bit neural network, visualize it in processing, and then build a little bit of Arduino hardware for it.
I'm kind of curious what Arduino hardware is.
Happy to go into detail later.